All right, so Tyler, Public Safety News. Sure, we're not going to have many viewers on this first one. We are transitioning into live on YouTube instead of the Facebook platform. I'm going to try and do lives on YouTube instead. I will walk up in a bit, but I don't want to interrupt right now since I'm talking. It's around the corner. It's Elkhorn and 20th in Rio Linda. And units responded to CHP and Sac Sheriff responded to a call for service because there was a large party at, I don't believe it's this house right here, but possibly the one next to it or across the street. I don't have that info. But they responded to a large gathering. Of course, if you guys have been watching the mainstream news, you guys are aware that there is a curfew in the state of California that just started a little while ago. Started at 10 o'clock to 5 a.m. And so units responded to this party, and while en route, a sheriff unit was involved in a TC right out front. I don't believe it is a vehicle that was fleeing the party. All this information is coming to me from another team member, PSN, that was on scene before me. And sheriff unit was involved in a collision with a Corvette. And so that is all the basic information. So we're going to start our way. You know what? I don't have my mask on. I should possibly do that, but I'm not going to get close to anybody. So actually, we're at 18th and Elkhorn. So that is the Corvette, the vehicle that was involved in the TC. I believe it's going to be this SSD unit right in front of me here that was involved. You can see some debris in the roadway there. And so if you're traveling, it's going to be eastbound Elkhorn, right? If you're traveling eastbound, at least west of 18th, that is blocked. And if you are traveling westbound Elkhorn, one lane is open. As you can see that vehicle go by there. And tow is on scene, so it's like they got a couple here, so I'm not sure what they're going to do first. But yep, Tyler, Public Safety News. It appears as I was saying earlier, this initially came out as a call for service because there was a large gathering at a house along Elkhorn, somewhere between 18th and 20th, and while Sheriff was en route to the call, they were involved in a TC with this vehicle over here. As far as I'm aware, everyone is not seriously injured, so that's good to hear. And the sheriff's gonna go talk to tow and figure out what they want to do next. But yeah, again, if you're going eastbound at all, traffic's gonna be blocked. You can see a couple vehicles backed up over there. So unsure when that's going to open up at this time. They got to remove the vehicles first, and then I imagine it shouldn't take too long for them to open it up afterwards. So I'm not sure how long I want to stay here for this. I have a couple things. Since our first time streaming on YouTube, I have a couple things I want to test out as well. So yeah, it makes sense. One tow truck's going to work on the SSD unit, and the other one's going to go over there and deal with the other vehicle that was involved. So it sounds like they're going to open one lane possibly. So if you're going eastbound Elkhorn, probably shouldn't be on your phone watching this, but looks like they're going to open one lane is what I think I just heard. So all right, they're going to park there and they're going to open up that number 1 lane. Probably going to have to go over there and or do that with the flashlight. Yep, there you go. So I'd like to see what kind of damage that SSD unit sustained. It didn't look, I couldn't see anything from this side. But there's that vehicle. And they do have traffic going in both directions now, 1 lane, so I'm not gonna cross and get in the way of that. And another team member that got here before me took some pictures, so I believe we're also going to have a regular post on Facebook for this incident. So if you want to go check that out later, it's probably not up yet, but all right, I'm going to go test out a couple of things. If you want to stick around, you can, but I'm curious of a couple things, and if you guys are watching, I know there's only a few here, because I'm using my phone to live stream, as we've done in the past, right? And so I am curious if I quit out of YouTube, if it's just going to pause the stream, and if I were to go back into it, it would resume again, or if it's just going to end the live completely, because we do use our phones to communicate to each other. And SSD just ran over something. Yeah, we do use our phones to communicate between our team members, so if we were to do a live stream for an extended period of time, I'm not sure if I'd be able to communicate with them, or use, obviously we use our phones to get directions to things when we want to go to a scene. So I'm going to test that out right now. So I have this attachment on my camera so I can actually live stream and take pictures at the same time. So I'm going to quit out of the app right now and we're going to see what happens. And okay, it says reconnecting. There's also a timer in the top left so I can see how long I've been live streaming for. Okay, so if you are watching this, can you put in the comments, there's only 2 of you now, can you tell me what it did when I was out of the app? I'm assuming it just paused and the screen probably went black. And if you could let me know if you could hear me. I said a couple of sentences while I was out of the app as well. I believe you probably wouldn't be able to hear me and the screen would probably go dark like it was paused. But it looks like you can resume the live after reopening the app, so that's good to know. I believe the only 2 people that are on here are other team members for PSN, so I can also ask them. Couldn't hear you, how to load screen. Okay, thank you very much, good to know. But I am able to go back into the app after if I need to, and it will continue from where we left off. Don't have to start a new one, so that's very cool. All right, Tyler, Public Safety News. This is what's going on right now. Elkhorn and 18th. Units were dispatched for a large party, and one unit was involved in a collision while responding to it, and one lane is open both directions, so just be careful if you're coming through here. Looks like they are towing both vehicles involved right now. But that's about all I got for you right now, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.